What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Lexi J Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Lexi Johnson, and this is my husband and co-host, Brett Johnson. This week, we have another episode of In or Out. So on this series of episodes, we have typically about 3 discussion topics, and Brett and I are going to tell you whether we're in or we're out on these. We'll give our opinions and our stances behind them. This week, we've got an interesting slate. It's a good lineup. Very much so different than our normal content, and I think it's a nice switch up. So we're going to talk about a seasonal debate. I guess this one the second one kind of falls into a seasonal debate. It's a seasonal accessory.
Yes.
And then the last one is farting, which is a hot topic. All right, so
everybody's talking about it.
Everyone's talking about it. Okay, so the first one. Are you in or out on summer being the best season?
Mine is a complex answer. I'll let you go first.
You make me sound like my answer won't be complex.
I already know your answer.
Do you think I think it's the best season?
Yes.
No, I actually don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that we've been conditioned to believe summer's the best as children because you don't have school.
That's true.
But I sweat entirely too much. I hate the humidity. And I can't be outside in the summer without my hair frizzing up to extreme degrees. And I'm sweaty. Like, I walk to the mailbox, I have to take a shower. I'm so sweaty. I love long days. Oh, don't even get me started on mosquitoes. Mosquitoes eat me for like a buffet.
So what is your favorite season?
I don't know. But I don't think it's not summer and it's not winter. I think it's fall.
Okay. I did not expect that. I truly thought that you were going to say summer.
Well, I've been really enjoying spring weather, and I don't think I've historically liked spring that much. I do love football, so I feel like fall wins there. But I hate that the days are getting shorter in fall, so maybe spring's my favorite.
Yeah.
Hell, maybe summer's my favorite. I might have talked myself back into it. Okay, summer in Missouri is not my favorite.
In conclusion.
Summer in Missouri is not my favorite. It is ungodly hot and humid, and those damn mosquitoes ruin my life.
That is true. Bugs suck.
And I'm not exaggerating. I actually am allergic to mosquito bites. They swell up. When I was a child, it looked like I had the mumps everywhere. But remember?
No, I do. Yep.
I was going to say, not long ago, we went to Florida in January, and I came back. I literally wanted to take an ice bath in the middle of the night because I was covered in mosquito bites.
For like a month?
Yeah, it was miserable. I would wake Brett up from scratching. I would use the sheets. I would leverage myself scratching. Oh my gosh, miserable.
Yeah, our bed was shaking for the wrong reasons.
You know what makes this even funnier? We did an in or out episode this week because I was talking to my grandma on the phone. Shout out Nana Mary, she's watching. And she was talking about how much she loves to watch the podcast on YouTube. So she was like, I just feel like I'm sitting there talking or like listening to you guys. We're all hanging out in the living room. And she said that her favorite ones are the in and out ones because she gets to learn and hear us kind of just odd topics and odd stances. So shout out to Nana Mary for this topic. And you making a bed rocking joke for my grandma. She's laughing. Okay.
If you know Nana Mary,
yeah. I guess I don't think summer's my favorite. I think it might be recency bias, but we'll say spring's my favorite right now.
Yeah. So I guess the reason I said mine's a complex answer is like I don't know if I'm all in on that. Like I love summer because I love it when things are green. I love it when things are growing, trees are full. But if you wouldn't have an appreciation for summer if you didn't have the other seasons. So I guess that's my standpoint on it. So I'm probably going to say I'm in, but I really love spring because you get that succession of going from just everything looks dead to everything is lush and green, and I love that. Why are you giving me the eye?
Because your appreciation stance. Do you love back pain? Because you wouldn't appreciate just a healthy back if you didn't understand back pain.
I can't argue it, but
you love sore throats?
Being healthy?
You really don't appreciate waking up just feeling normal with your throat crisp and clean.
All right, kiss my ass, go. next topic.
It is a good stance. That a better argument.
I said that I'm probably in.
You're probably in. I think that we both kind of reversed our stances. Okay, our second one, very clean cut. Umbrellas. Are you in or out on umbrellas? It's such a simple thing until you start thinking about it. So we were chatting about this before the podcast because we were deciding which ones we were going to choose. And Brett was pulling at some threads of why he feels umbrellas are becoming less popular. Do you want to state your conspiracy?
Okay. So I started thinking about this, and you always used to see people with umbrellas, like especially the elderly or the people who are approaching their elder years. And perms used to be a lot more common, I feel like. So I think that there may be a correlation there between the number of people that are still alive in that era, from that era, that were getting perms more regularly, and the number of umbrellas that are being sold. I think I need to look up the numbers on the quantity of umbrellas.
A positive correlation?
When the boomers die out, I'm afraid the umbrella market may collapse.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
My answer is pretty simple. I can't explain why, but I think umbrellas are extremely embarrassing.
This is something I've never understood, but I think it's very logical to have an umbrella.
Oh, I understand the principle of it.
I can't say that I own one or have ever owned one.
Neither of us own an umbrella. The Johnson household is.
It's an extremely useful
it's a very practical
tool,
thing to have.
But I never have one.
I won't judge you if you use them, but it's one of those things. I can't explain it. I can't put my finger on why it makes me feel embarrassed. But I'd rather be like a drowned rat, just out in the rain without an umbrella.
Like whenever I was little, I remember there was an umbrella basket in my parents' house. There was a basket dedicated. Yes, a basket dedicated to umbrellas. One could call it an umbrasket.
Did you think that they checked the trends with perms and decided it was time to get rid of it?
Well, both of my grandmas used to get perms, so maybe they had them handy for them.
You're really pulling at threads here. You're going to blow the top off of this conspiracy.
I feel a volcano brewing.
Okay, so would you hold an umbrella? It's raining outside. If you had an umbrella, would you use it?
If someone handed me an umbrella?
Yeah.
Probably. That seems logical.
It does.
Would you? I'm not fully convinced you would.
It's weird because I don't really get embarrassed easily by normal things that should embarrass a person, but something about an umbrella doesn't sit well.
As we approach the third topic of talking about farts.
Yeah, which brings us to our third and final topic. Are you in or out on farting in front of your significant other?
See, I come from a line of gassy people, so I've been exposed to that being a pretty normalized thing, so I think I'm in.
Oh, we're definitely in. The two of us are in, obviously. Yes. We're in a relationship and we fart in front of each other. But it's something like my family is so open and gross, kind of. So that was never, I can't even remember the first time I came into, or a couple came into my awareness that did not fart in front of each other, left the room, or just refused to acknowledge that the other person had bowel movements. And I think it's so interesting. I watch couples like that, like zoo animals, like Animal Planet. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm like, something's going to give. You guys are going to get food poisoning or something, and then all hell's going to break loose between this relationship. And I just think it's interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah. There's certain things that you just don't have to divulge or talk about, I suppose, in a relationship, but that's such a normal occurring thing. It's almost impossible not to,
I feel if you can't fart in front of someone, I don't know that you can fully trust them.
It's a trust thing.
Yeah. It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
It's like we've crossed that threshold. We're getting serious.
I think I'm with you on that.
I'm not going to sprint into the room to deposit. It's not a conscious effort thing, but it's
I'm going to hold it until I get to you.
Yes. It's a comfortability.
Yeah. Unless you pissed me off, then there's a chance.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I mean, I wouldn't do that to you, but you would definitely do that to me.
It's possible.
All right, let's get a wild card question since this one was fast. Are you in or out? You have anything?
Dazzle me. You're the creative one.
Oh, Johnson. Are you in or out on... This is tough. Nope, I'm out on you humming into the microphone. Speaking for all the listeners. All right, I think that's it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, and I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. If you guys have any future in or out topics, shoot our way because these are kind of fun. Shout out to Nana Mary for reminding us how much fun these are. Hopefully you guys enjoyed another kind of lighthearted episode, but we've got good stuff coming up. If you have any topic recommendations or questions, anything like that, you can email us at pod@lexijwellness.com. Is that correct?
Nailed it.
Nice. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.